Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to the morning update. My name is Cossy. Obviously, we're gonna speak about Manuel Locatelli, just like you've seen in the headline. Big update. Arsenal could seal two big moves within the next 2 weeks. Arsenal could seal two big moves within the next 2 weeks. That is Ben White and that is Manuel Locatelli. So at night yesterday, there was so much going on with Manuel Locatelli, and many people didn't actually follow up. But I'm gonna try to sum up everything that happened. I did do a video, an expansive video about Locatelli signing for Arsenal. So please do check it out and make sure you do smash a like on that video as well. Smash a like on this one, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and let's get the party started. So after agreeing a deal with Brighton yesterday, still at night, Arsenal did agree a deal, and we've talked about that in detail, agreeing a £50 million deal for Ben White, and the player will do his medicals later in the month and obviously be announced as an Arsenal player. Arsenal is still looking at two more midfield options. I'm not saying Ben White is a midfield option. He's obviously a centre back, but we are looking at two midfield options: a central attacking midfielder and a central midfielder. Now, in terms of central midfielder, there's been a lot going on in the last 48 hours. Talking about the likes of Houssem Owa, talking about the likes of Ruben Neves. Of course, reports confirming that Ruben Neves and Arsenal's Ruben Neves' agent, that is George Mendes, and Arsenal's Edu are in constant talks to say that they can get the deal off the line. And of course, also, reports indicating that Arsenal will want to pull out of that Houssem Aouar deal if Lyon do not take or accept our offer, which is around less than 20 million euros. Honestly, not the amount of money you want to pay to get a player like Houssem Aouar. But what has been confirmed is, one, Arsenal have gone in with an official bid for Manuel Locatelli. The bid is is estimated to be around 45 million euros, 40 million euros in guaranteed payments, 5 million euros in what you'd call add-ons. That is the deal, and the structure of payment is within 1 year. So Arsenal want to buy Manuel Locatelli for 45 million euros, and they want to pay Sassuolo over a period of 1 year. The bid has been accepted. That is what is more interesting. Do smash a like on the video. Do subscribe to the channel. Do smash a like, please. It really means a lot. And of course, it really rewards my hard work. So the bid, Sassuolo have accepted Arsenal's bid to take Manuel Locatelli. The reason as to why they have accepted this bid is this easy. Yesterday, they had a 3-hour-long meeting. 3-hour-long meeting. That is the duration of the meeting. It was 3 hours long. They were speaking to, they're speaking with Juve, and basically they were listening and discussing, potential offers, potential ways that Sassuolo could actually let the player go to Juve. Right. Juve proposed a 2-year loan deal for Manuel Locatelli, 2-year loan deal, in which they will be obligated to pay 30 million euros. I repeat, Juve in their bid, they proposed a 2-year loan deal for Manuel Locatelli, and in that period, they will pay. They will include an obligation to buy. At the end of the loan period, they will include an obligation to buy for 30 million euros. Sassuolo have rejected the offer. Talks are still going on, and a new meeting is scheduled to be, to be held between Juventus and the representatives of Sassuolo to see that they can actually get the deal done. But however, what is happening at the moment is Sassuolo have accepted the bid of Arsenal, and what is going on is. And I think this is really smart, a smart move and a smart business move from Sassuolo. What they're doing actually is they know, and they're very confident, because Giovanni Canavelli, the CEO of Sassuolo, came out and said, you know what, I don't think Juve will meet the bid Arsenal put on the table. I don't think Juve will meet that bid. So what they know and what they're sure of is Juve have a lot of economic hardships, and we've talked about this before. It's not only Juve, it is all Italian sides. That's why they need to sell they need to let off players. They need to let off some players before they can actually recruit. And that's why Juve actually want to bring in the player on an initial loan deal with an obligation to buy. With obligation to buy, you have nothing to do. You've got to pay the money at the end of the loan deal. So Sassuolo have rejected that. They're saying you're speaking trash, guys. You're speaking trash. We need money. If you do not have money, step aside. So a new meeting is scheduled to take place. So Giovanni Cannavale came out and said it's going to be very hard for Juve to buy Manuel Locatelli, or to meet more so to meet the valuation of Sassuolo in the player, and more so still to meet the valuation Arsenal are putting, because Arsenal have raised the bar too high for Manuel Locatelli. They've actually bid 45 million euros, yet Sassuolo would be comfortable with even 35 million. They'll be comfortable with 40 million euros. So if Juve are honestly gonna meet the standards Arsenal put up, they will have to go through a lot of financial and economic work. They have to do a lot to free up to 40 million euros, which is something that's not going to be very easy. Two, they have to replan and rethink the payment structure, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. You can't tell me that you're taking a player, and this is how they took Federico Chiesa. And I spoke about it yesterday in the evening, and it's like, how do you take Chiesa on loan? It's unbelievable. That is bad business. I mean, if I own Chiesa, I don't care if you're Juve. I can sell him to Madrid. I can sell him to PSG. I can sell him wherever I want. I don't them give you Federico Chiesa on a loan deal. But obviously Juve and the Bianconeri, they're the old lady. They're the biggest in Italy. When they speak, most of the clubs will listen. So the payment structure is ridiculous as well. 2 years on a loan deal, 30 million euros, which would be that means the player and that means Sassuolo will take about 3 years or 2.5 years without receiving the money for Manuel Locatelli. What I don't understand, in the relations between Sassuolo and Juve, is how does Sassuolo benefit then? How do they survive? Because in this current state of the market, with the pandemic and everything affecting economics, you think clubs want to sell players, get money, and survive. That's what Dortmund did. Give us 88 million euros. We've got business to do. We've got to do this. You could give us some money up front, and then you can pay the rest in installments. But Juve want to pay them 30 million euros. At the end of 2 years, and that money actually is gonna come in installments. Ridiculous, really, ridiculous. So I think it's a smart move from Sassuolo. They know Juve are never gonna meet the valuation of Arsenal, and if they want to get the money from Arsenal, they will get it because Arsenal have the money and they put up the official bid. However, they also know it's not gonna be easy for Arsenal to convince Manuel Locatelli to move from Italy, to drop interest in Juve and join Arsenal. So where I have a point of convergence is Sassuolo. No, they have time. The time is there. Let me get this offer, because at the end of the day they would have failed to get any of them. So what they have decided is let's get this offer from Arsenal, 45 million euros. Keep it around here. Let's listen from Juve. The moment Juve decide that we are out of it, we move with Arsenal. The moment Juve increase their bid and make their payment structure better, then everything goes back to normal. We do business with Juve, and everything remains well, and we keep our international and internal relations with Juve. And I think you don't want to annoy Juve. You don't want to break your relations with Juve. So the good relationship with Juve and between Juve and Sassuolo is what is breaking this deal. Is what is blocking this deal, as well as Manuel Locatelli having it in his mind that I should be playing for Juventus. I need to play for Juve. I've got to play for Juve. I've got to play Champions League, and they have Champions League. Because like I've already said, Juve is so attractive as compared to Arsenal. If I was a player and I had to choose between the two, I don't know where I would go. Honestly, I don't know where I would go. Because it's hard to reject Juve at the moment. Very, very hard to reject Juve. You just don't come out. You just don't go out of the blue like, I can't play for Juventus. They have Champions League. They have won titles and titles and titles. They have Ronaldo in there. They have Chiesa in there. They have the likes of Benedeschi in there. So they're a little bit attractive, especially to an Italian player. They're so they're so attractive. So to cut the chase, the big work now left for Arsenal to do is to announce Ben White, Sambi Lokonga, and to convince the player in himself, Manuel Locatelli, to join Arsenal. That should be done by Mikel Arteta and Edu. Will we get the deal done? We are moving closer and closer and closer to getting Manuel Locatelli. If you ever pull out, the deal becomes much, much easier. My name is Cossy. I'm gonna drop a preview, Arsenal versus Rangers. I didn't know it was today. I thought it was tomorrow, honestly. I thought it was tomorrow. Yeah. And time flies. I thought, look, time flies so much. Today is the damn 17th of this month. 17th. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that today is 17th. Absolutely crazy. Like real crazy. So I'll speak to you very, very soon, honestly. I'll speak to you very, very soon. I'm gonna drop a preview. Arsenal Rangers. Of course, Rangers had an unbeaten run last season with Steven Gerrard as their manager. So we're gonna have more of a Premier League reunion. Arsenal and Steven Gerrard. We played a couple of games between us and Liverpool when Gerrard was captain there, and now he's manager. That is how fast time flies, and that's how fast things move on. So I'm gonna drop a preview, predicted lineup, preview my thoughts on the game. We will have a watch along on the channel as well, and then I'll have Glenn on after some time. We'll speak more about Arsenal and Ben White and Manuel Locatelli. Keep it Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Smash the like button, people. 300 likes is our target. 300 likes. If you do not smash a like on the video, guys, you're a Spurs fan. And what is worse than being a Spurs fan? You have Nuno Espirito Santo as your manager. Ken is leaving. The stadium is breaking. Everything is so wrong. I'll speak to you soon.